Alright, we got some parts in for this thing, so let's get back to the build. Now, first thing you might have noticed is we have this car back on jack stands, and that is because once we finish doing some wiring up here real quick, we're gonna probably try and get this engine out this weekend. Before we do that though, we gotta measure drive shaft length. There's a couple other things I need to do under the car anyways. So I did already start routing out the power cables and stuff like that to go to the alternator and starter. We do have a starter up there also. Turns out the starter that I bought doesn't fit the bell housing that I have. Luckily I did have a old junk starter laying around that fit in there, so we can still get the wiring done, but I'm gonna have to return that starter I bought, get the correct one. I'm gonna go ahead and get these wires done.
Isolated eyes, a messy mind. Think I need to help you, I'm gonna try. Cute as hell, baby, hotter than flames. Wanna burn together in a million ways. Now let me take the lead. Know you wanna play with me. Got secrets you might wanna see. You might wanna see. You might wanna. I know I'm not gonna regret this. Wanna get reckless, put you to the test, yeah. I know I'm not gonna regret this. I wanna get reckless. I wanna get reckless. I wanna get reckless. I wanna get reckless. Couldn't keep your poker face. Before you kept me waiting when I wanted to race. Sweet as hell, baby, you're a sugar rush. I knew you were giving temptation was crazy.
Alright, so all the power cables that we needed to get done are ran, all going to the places that need to go. Next thing we're going to try and get done is two things. Number one, we got to get our tow hooks done. So we got our tow hooks. Basically got to make a bracket to weld onto the frame, get these mounted up. Chances working on notching out the steering column mount, and we're going to get the dash wrapped. So we picked up some suede to wrap the dash with. Should look good. A little better than the ABS plastic that we have on there right now. I don't even know if I'm in frame of this camera or not. So another thing we got, picked up our fire extinguisher. We needed to get one of these, so we're gonna go ahead, get the fire extinguisher mounted in the car. And then last, or first, I'll probably do it first, we're gonna get a measurement on the drive shaft length. So let's get started.
I wanna get reckless. I wanna get reckless. I wanna.
Then again, I think we're also positive to property.
be a fun one to find.
Oh, no shit, I got it. So, our dash is wrapped. Nice suede all around it. Everything fits. Looks good. I'm super happy with it. Looks a lot better than that crap ABS plastic that was on there before. So, dash is done. Fire extinguisher is mounted. I don't remember what else I said I was going to do today, but the last thing on the list is the tow hooks. So, let's go ahead and start knocking that out. Alright, you guys, tow hook done. At least the front is. I do need to go back in there and add a little bit more gusset bracing to it because I don't want it to rip off the first time it gets hooked to. Now, I also still need to go back and do the rear, but I'm not going to do that today because I've got about 6 hours of video footage I need to go edit and get uploaded for you guys. And I'm tired. I've been in the garage all day long. So let's cover what we got done. Tow hook, alternator, starter wiring, done. We got our fire extinguisher and we mounted it in the car. And while I was at it earlier today, I installed the drain valve for the tank and started wiring the pump. I did not get around to actually wiring it though. So yeah, I didn't start wiring it, I just plugged the harness into it. I'll do that tomorrow. Spent the better part of the day getting the dash wrapped. So we have a nice black suede on top, and then a nice dark burgundy suede on the bottom, which I just thought looked really good. Not super flashy. Was looking at a couple different color options. We were looking at like grays and stuff like that, but kind of wanted to keep it a dark color, and I think it looks really good. I think it'll go good with the theme of the car too. Oh yeah, we measured the drive shaft, so we know what size drive shaft we need to order. So we can take that off the list. Alternator starter. I can't really cross drive shaft off because we don't have it yet, but I did write down the length that it needs to be. Tank drain. Tow straps, that'll get marked off tomorrow as well. So I think tomorrow I might actually try to get around to finally welding this cage in now that I have a MIG welder to do it with. But for now, that's going to be it for this one. So like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you're new, follow the what's coming down to final steps to the build along, and if you want to help support the build and support the channel, head on over to ShaneWhalingRacing.com, pick up some merch, you know, everything from that store goes right back into better equipment for better videos and trying to get this shit done. So until the next one, I'll catch you guys later.